Hi guys, this week I want to get my life back on track. For the past month or so, I have been kind of in a rut. I haven't really been taking care of myself, and so this week I want to change things up again and work towards achieving my goals and becoming the best version of myself that I possibly can be. So today's Sunday, it's my reset day, the prep for the week ahead type of day. So I have a whole to-do list of things that I want to do in order to prepare for the new week. So I want to wash my hair, I want to clean up my room. But before we do any of that, today I'm actually going to go see the new Spider-Man movie with my family. I wanted to watch it when it came out, but because movie theaters shut down like literally 3 days after it came out, I just never really got around to it. And now that they're open again, I obviously had to go and see the new MCU movie. So I am going to the movie theater today, which I'm quite excited about. So I'm actually about to run out the door to do that. So I guess I'll catch you guys up afterwards, but I'm so excited to see that movie. I have managed not to get spoiled so far, so hopefully this will live up to my expectations. Alright, so it is now much later. I have done everything on my to-do list for today. I have showered and I'm now ready to have a cozy evening in. By the way, Spider-Man was really good. I enjoyed what they did with the movie. It made me want to rewatch the old Spider-Man movies as well as everything from the MCU, but I really cannot go down that route because it's going to take over my life and I just don't have the time to do that right now. But it was really good and I am looking forward to watching the next Doctor Strange movie because that's coming out in May and I'm super excited for that. Anyway, let's talk about books now. I am currently in the middle of a couple of things, and to be honest, before I dive into like the specific books, I just have to say I'm not doing too well with my February TBR. I was really excited for it when I picked up the books that I was going to read in February, but in all honesty, I have not read a single book from my February TBR so far. Like, yes, I'm in the middle of 3 books from it, but I've been struggling with finishing my February TBR for some reason. I have been reading stuff, but nothing from my February TBR, and like just thinking about picking up the books that I have set out to read this month, I don't know what I want to read. Nothing really appeals to me anymore, so I may not end up reading a lot of books from my February TBR this month. Anyway, let's talk about what I'm currently in the middle of. So number 1, we have The Book Smugglers by Anna James. This is book 4 in the Pages & Co series, and as always, I am quite enjoying this one. It's set in, well, part of it is taking place in Italy, and Tilly and Tilly and Milo are traveling to the Wizard of Oz, which I thought was quite fun. I feel like it's a different take on the Wizard of Oz. Like I haven't grown up with that book, but I know it from like movies and such, and so it's fun to experience that like through this one. I am on page 308, so I don't have much left of this to read. I have a feeling that I'll be able to finish it probably tonight actually. Then I am also in the middle of Fuel the Fire by Krista and Vicarucci. I am on page 328 of that one. This is book 3 in the Calloway Sisters spin-off series and book 8 in the overarching like Calloway Sister and Addicted series. To be honest, if it wasn't for the fact that this is part of a series that I'm planning on finishing, I would probably DNF this book. I am not enjoying it as much as I thought I would, unfortunately. It's been a while since I've read a book in that series, and this one is just such a letdown, to be honest. I was never the biggest fan of Connor and Rose to begin with. Like, I like them in the series, but I don't like them as narrators. Like, especially Connor, he grates on my nerves. I really don't like him. Like, I despise him. I have a hatred for Connor as a narrator. I just really don't like him. And so even like the first book in the Calloway Sisters spin-off series, I wasn't the biggest fan of that. This is probably the book that I liked the least out of everything that I've read so far, and this one is probably going to be another one of those because I just feel like I'm not getting anything new from these characters. I feel like it's just recycled material. We're reliving the same plot lines. We're not really getting any character development. I'm just not invested in this story, and I reached a point in the book where like this big secret revealed and it's such a big deal, and I don't understand why this is a plot twist or why it's a conflict. Like I feel like doesn't live up in 2022. Like, this was written a while back. I don't know when this was published, but back then maybe that would have been more of a thing. 2015, even then. I don't know. I feel like there's I'll call it queer baiting. I just don't like it. And it's a thing, and I'm not enjoying that. Like I said, I would put it down if it wasn't for the fact that I'm planning on finishing the series, and I want to make sure that I'm not going to miss out on anything that could impact the rest of the series. But yeah, not really having a great time with this. And the last book that I'm currently reading is Mythos by Stephen Fry. So this is a book that I knew I wouldn't finish in February. Like, I thought I would start reading it and read a couple of stories every once in a while. And so far, this is what I've done. I've read 30 pages of it. So I read a couple of stories, and I'm both listening to the audiobook and reading this physically. And to be honest, I wouldn't recommend this experience because the audiobook and the physical copy are quite disconnected. Like, the stories are the same, but I feel like Stephen Fry is not telling them exactly the way that they are written. Like, he'll take some liberties in the way that they are told. So sometimes what I'm reading and what I'm listening to don't match up. So I have to like pause the audiobook and like read the whole sentence or the whole paragraph to make sure that I know the information, and then I'll be able to like listen to the audiobook and go over the paragraph again. So it's not as optimal as I was hoping it would be, and that's unfortunate because like I love Stephen Fry as a narrator, and this one, like the physical copy is really pretty, but I think I can't really do both at the same time. So I have a feeling that I have to pick either or, and because of that, like because of my experience so far, I haven't wanted to pick this back up again because I don't know. I know that I don't necessarily just want to read it physically, but at the same time, like I can't really listen to the audiobook and read this physically. So it's difficult. I don't know. I want to listen to the audiobook. I want to read this. I don't really know what I want to do. I'm liking it. It's just that it's a little bit difficult for me to enjoy right now because the experience is so weird. Hello. Today is Monday. It is the best day. I am so excited because today, it's Valentine's Day, but that doesn't matter. Today, the gyms reopen. And I've been waiting for this moment for like, I kid you not, a good 2 months because the gyms have been closed for 2 months. So I am quite excited. I am going to go after work. I'm already in my gym clothes because I just couldn't wait. And also I didn't have any client meetings today, so I decided to dress casual. But yeah, I am so pumped. I am going with friends and I'm just super excited. I cannot wait. I just need it to be 4 o'clock already so that I can leave and go to the gym. I'm that excited. Anyway, I wanted to do a little bit of a reading update. I finished reading The Book Smugglers by Anna James. I ended up giving this a 4 out of 5 stars. I had a great time. However, I do want to say that I feel like the ending felt rushed. I don't know. I had a couple of issues with the ending. It just didn't seem as believable to me as the rest of the book was. But nonetheless, I am excited to see where things will go from here because with the way things ended, it left things on a cliffhanger, and I'm excited to see the adventures that Milo is going to go on, and probably with Tilly and the other characters as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing the series. I don't know when the next one's coming out, probably this fall. But yeah, I enjoyed this and I'm glad that I finished finally one book from my February TBR. Up next, I'm thinking of picking up Inkspell by Cornelia Funk. This is not on my February TBR, but I'm kind of in a mood for more like middle grade fantasy, so I think this would be a good pick. Also, Brendan Fraser is narrating the audiobook for this one, and I'm just... say less. This is the only thing that I needed to know. So I purchased that and I am excited to be listening to the audiobook and also reading this physically. It's quite thick. It's like almost 700 pages. This is gonna take me forever to read, but this cover is so pretty. Like, they did a reprint of these and they're so pretty. I'm obsessed with this cover. By the way, this is book 2 of Inkheart. I don't know if I mentioned it, but yeah, I probably will be starting this one soon while also continuing to read what I've already started. So right now I am about to go make some lunch because I am hungry. I'm on my lunch break and I haven't had anything to eat yet, so I'm gonna go do that because we need food. I think I'm going to make some kind of pasta salad because I have some leftover pasta, some cherry tomatoes, some avocado. I also have some frozen corn. I think that would be really good. I have some hard-boiled eggs in here with like some creamy dressing, and that's gonna be our lunch for today. Look, look, my dad got me a little Valentine's Day gift. It looks so delicious. Hello, it is Tuesday and I am currently on my lunch break, but I have received a package from Amazon, so I thought we would unbox it together. On Sunday, I ordered a couple of essentials from Amazon, like I had to reorder my shampoo and stuff like that, and I have received my package. I think my order was split in half, like in two, so it is possible that this will be very underwhelming, but let's see. Oh, I hate when they do that. Alright, we do have a couple of items, so it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So first we have my shampoo, which is the Cantu, like curling, cleansing shampoo, stuff like that. I really like this product. I've reordered it like a couple of times already and it's really good for my hair. I also ordered some chopsticks. They are like reusable, and I just thought that whenever I order like poke bowls or just whenever I want to eat like Asian food at home, I could have some reusable chopsticks that I can like actually wash and stuff, rather than just relying on like the ones that you throw in the garbage after you've used them. So yeah, I am looking forward to that. Let's see if they look cute. Packaging is very cute, by the way. I love this box. Ooh, I love the color palette, and this is why I decided to order them. They seem very sturdy. They're cute. I like them. And finally, I got some acne pimple patches, right, from CosRX. I've heard really good things about this brand, so I thought I would check them out. And whenever I struggle with acne, I don't really have any products to use right now, so I thought this could be a good essential to have. I also wanted to give you guys a little bit of a reading update because yesterday I decided to continue reading Mythos by Stephen Fry. I decided to continue listening to the audiobook and read the physical copy, and I don't know if it's because the part that I read yesterday was easier for me to understand, but I feel like I finally found a good flow with both of them. Like I am finally figuring out how it works properly. I don't know. I still see differences between the physical copy and the ebook, the audiobook. Nonetheless, I feel like it's easier for me to follow. I'm now on page 66 and I've gotten to the part where we talk about the Olympians. So before then we were talking about like the Titans and whatnot, and I didn't know too much about them, so that was interesting. But the part that I'm most interested in is the Olympians, like Hades, Zeus, Aphrodite, all of those. I am more into that, and probably because I read Percy Jackson as a kid, and all that I know about Greek mythology I've learned from Percy Jackson. So, well, most of it, maybe not all of it, but a lot of it I've learned from Percy Jackson. So I'm more interested in the Olympians stuff. So far, this is turning out to be very interesting, very informative as well, even though it's retold and like there's definitely like Stephen Fry's voice behind the writing. But nonetheless, like I am enjoying this. I think it's a really fun way to discover the myth. It is a good way for me to get introduced to them and just maybe learning more than what I already knew. I'm finding it very interesting because there's a lot of connections with the heritage and like what they have left, like what pieces they have left in today's world, like what their impact was, so, or is, should I say. So anyway, it's been a really fun read and I'm going to continue reading this because I'm having a blast. Like I put it down for a while, but I don't know, yesterday I picked it up and I thought it was a great decision, so I'm probably going to continue reading this. Right now I'm going to go make myself some lunch because I am on my lunch break and I haven't had any food yet. And then tonight we're going to go back to the gym because yesterday I went, it was really fun. I didn't film anything, I think, but I had such a blast. I'm really glad to be back in the gym, though I'm feeling a little bit sore today and I was expecting that. But tonight we're going back with my friend and probably my mom too, and I'm looking forward to it. Like I missed the gym. I just really am glad that I'm finally able to work out again, especially as it was one of my goals for 2022. And so far, like working out from home is just not my thing. Like I have some equipment at home, but I'm not as motivated, and when I go to the gym I feel like I'm thriving in the gym, you know. I love the ambiance and I'm just more motivated there than I am working out from home. So I'm really glad that gyms are reopened and now we can finally work towards our goal of working out 3 times a week. So hopefully that'll happen this week. Hi, it's Thursday. It is what, 7 o'clock in the evening. I have showered. I am ready to, just chill out for the evening and have a little night of self-care. So I thought that we could do a face mask, and I am going to light a candle. I'm actually going to do that right now because I need a night like this. Like, I feel like I just had a rough day. I just haven't had the greatest day. I don't know why. I feel super tired and super, I don't know, not in the greatest mood. I woke up not feeling great, and it kind of followed me around throughout the entire day, and now I'm feeling much better because I've gone to the gym. It was such a great idea. Like, I wasn't supposed to go, but I'm so glad that I went, even though like my legs feel like jello right now because I did leg day today. So yeah, it was kind of hard, but I'm really glad that I went because now I feel so much better. And for a moment there, I even thought about not continuing the vlog anymore because I was like, it's not interesting. I kind of fell back into my routine without necessarily sharing with you guys. Not because I didn't want to, but just because it kind of happened naturally. And my goal with this video was to give you like tips and tricks and just show you how I get back into a routine. But like I said, it kind of happened naturally for me. I don't know why. I guess I was just craving some kind of routine and more structure in my life. Like, I've been working out consistently. I've been reading more consistently too, which is surprising because for the first like few weeks of January, I haven't been February, I haven't been reading as much because I wasn't really feeling it. But now I'm back into reading consistently. I've been reading at least 30 minutes every day, which is great. And yeah, I don't know, I wanted to share more, and I guess it just kind of fell, like things just fell into place naturally without me having to make too much of an effort. So I feel like the vlog, because of that, is not as interesting as I would have liked it to be, but it's fine. I feel like lately I've been kind of how can I say this? I've been struggling a little bit with my content. 2022 and even the latter half of 2021, I feel like I kind of fell into a loop of comparing myself to other people, and I've always done that, but I've been better at like distancing myself. And so I only follow a very like limited amount of creators, and I only watch a certain type of content or like very specific creators because I know that I get easily influenced, and that if I follow too many people, if I watch too much booktube, for example, I will compare myself to other booktubers, and I don't want that to transpire in my content. But lately I've been doing like kind of the opposite, where I've been watching a lot of lifestyle content, and you may have noticed the way that my vlogs have been a little bit more interactive, and I feel like they've been more fun to film for me. But also at the same time, now I'm starting to compare myself to lifestyle vloggers who have like thousands and millions of subscribers, and I'm like, why am I comparing myself to someone who's been on this platform for 10 years when I have been here for like what, 4 years, and even then I have been like I have been doing very niche content, so there's no way that I would be the same way that these creators are. Like, we don't have the same personality, we just aren't living the same lives, so it's normal that our content would differ, you know? Anyway, I don't know if it's interesting for anyone. I just wanted to kind of share my thoughts because I feel like because of the hole that I fell into, which I'm glad that I did because I do enjoy watching lifestyle, wow, I can talk, lifestyle content. But yeah, I feel like now I'm kind of starting to compare myself again, so I probably need to fall back into booktube and try to watch a little bit of different content because I have been watching the same thing. And while I do enjoy those videos, I feel like because of that I've been kind of struggling creating my own content. And yeah, I think I need to take a step back. So tonight we're probably not going to watch a lot of YouTube, even though like I've been doing that pretty much every day this week, and it's keeping me motivated. But at the same time, I feel like I said, I'm falling into a bad pattern, and I don't want that to become even more of a thing. So right now I'm gonna do this face mask. I'm probably gonna have to go to the bathroom to do that because I will need mirror to see myself properly, and probably that this is going to be very sticky, so I will want to have a sink. But I will also be using these covers. Basically, I've seen them a lot like from different influencers that I follow, but they're from Amazon, and it's just like a cover that's kind of like a sheet mask. So it's a silicone like sheet mask thing. Wow, I can do this right now, but it has little like hair holes like this. Put that on over your sheet mask, let's say like that, and because it's so snug on your face, it keeps the sheet mask from falling down, and I struggle with that a lot. So I thought I would buy these, and they're very inexpensive. So I'm gonna try this while I have this on, and while I have my face mask, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of content planning. I have a pretty good idea of the content that I want to produce in March, but I need to figure out like the schedule and such. So probably gonna be doing a little bit of admin work from like for YouTube because I feel like doing that tonight. So we're gonna do that. I need to just figure out my schedule and start already planning because I have a couple of secret TBR videos that I want to do in the upcoming weeks. So I need to start planning for those. I look very silly, but it works. I just found out that we have a little work emergency this morning, so I'm about to log in and see what it's all about. And yeah, thankfully it's Saturday, so I can do that from bed. It's Saturday, so this morning I did a little bit of YouTube work because usually Saturdays are my YouTube days, so that's when I'll edit and like work on the video that's usually going up on Sunday. So I did that this morning. I still have the thumbnail for that video to do, but I don't know why my computer was being kind of a bitch this morning. I just couldn't really do what I wanted to do, so I just shut it down and I'll do it later on. And now it's like 1 p.m. and I have the rest of the day ahead of me. Usually it takes me more time to edit the video, but today I was ahead of schedule, I guess. So I think I'm just gonna take it chill for now and read, because I feel like I could be doing more reading this week. I'll be honest, I could read mythos, that's kind of what I want to read, but I'm at a point in the month where I feel like I haven't read enough books. I've only read 3 books. I'm already 1 book behind schedule on my reading challenge on Goodreads, and so I feel like we need to finish something. So I'm thinking of picking up Fuel the Fire by Krista and Becca Ritchie. Ignore the bed situation, I'm currently washing my bed sheets. But yeah, I feel like I should probably try to finish this one. I also thought of starting Start Until Morning, because I still need to film my Disney video for this month, and well, I haven't read that one yet, but while I could start this one, I just feel like I should try to finish this one first. So we're going to focus on this. I think I'm going to do kind of a reading sprint situation where I read for like 30 minutes and then allow myself to watch like a YouTube video or something else. I don't know. But we need to make some more progress within this book. Like, I'm ready to DNF this book. But like I said, it's part of a series and I still have the other 2 books in the series left to read. So I feel like I just need to get this book over with and read it. So I think that's what we're going to do. I guess that's what we'll have to do. Anyway, hey guys, good morning. It is the next day. It's Sunday, and I realized that I never wrapped up this vlog, so I wanted to do one final reading update to let you guys know where I'm at in the books that I've read this week. So, last night, well, yesterday, during the afternoon, I continued reading Fuel the Fire by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I'm now on page 430, so that means that I've read about 100 more pages of this, and I'm still struggling to get through it. I'm not loving it as much as I hoped that I would with this series. I have flown through most of the books in that series, but for some reason this one is just not doing it for me. However, it's not as bad as I had built it up to be. I think I said that I really hated this and that I would DNF it, still would, but I don't know if it's just that I had built it up to be really bad in my head, but like continuing to read this, I just felt like it wasn't fair for me to make that judgment, because I did enjoy what I've read on some level. And as for mythos, I am now on page 110, so that means that I've read about a third of the book and I'm really liking it. I really love the way that the story is being told. I say story, but it's hard to explain this book because for me this is a cross between nonfiction and fiction, because it's technically nonfiction because it talks about the different Greek myths. However, it is a retold version, so it's almost a little bit fictionalized. I don't know, it's hard for me to talk about this one, but I'm really liking this. I'm enjoying reading the different myths. I feel like I'm learning new stuff, even though, like I said, it's kind of fictionalized. I'm still learning new things that I didn't know about the Greek myths before, so I'm really liking this. I'm liking the audiobook. I am enjoying my reading experience as a whole, and this copy is really pretty, so I'm glad that I purchased it. So I guess that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!